Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. So today's video is something very exciting involving money again. So in our last video, we talked about... Sorry, this guy keeps riding by on his bike. So in our last video, we talked about how much it cost us to get this RV right here, that truck right there, and to fully outfit them for full-time use on the road. $187,416.80. And man, was that a big number. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about... All right, he keeps riding by again. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about, all right, man, what are you doing? I'm just out here enjoying the day on my brand new Lectric XP 3.0 e-bike. Well, I mean, it is pretty cool, but why are you riding it here? I ride this bike everywhere. I look for a reason to go riding on this bike. Well, it does look pretty awesome. It is awesome, and we partnered with Lectric e-bike to give away one of these to one of you guys out there. You're giving one of those away? That's right, we're giving one of these away. Okay, so how do they enter? Oh, my bad. So in order to get yourself entered to win your very own Lectric XP 3.0, check the link in the description below. So all they gotta do is click the link in the description below and they get entered to win their very own Lectric XP 3.0 e-bike. That's right. All right, that's cool. All right, man, see ya. See you later, man. So in today's video, what now? The contest ends April 20th, so head over now, get yourself entered to win. All right, thanks again, man. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about how much it costs to actually enjoy and use this RV while living full-time on the road. Before we get into how much it actually costs to live and travel full-time on the road, a little bit of context for you. If you came here expecting to learn how to save money while living full-time on the road, this probably ain't the video for you. I mean, I guess it could be. You watch what we did and do something different. The reason our costs are the way they are is because we have an experience and a lifestyle we hope to have, and we go out of our way to make sure that we have that experience. So some of our costs may be more than others, but this is the experience we're looking to have. The reason we're doing this is because we actually have had two very different years. Our first year, we went out west and we were very frugal. We controlled all of our costs. We stayed further away from the activities. We did a lot of free things involving the outdoors and not so much activities that involve money. We cooked all of our food, we didn't eat out much, and we had every discount, savings program, and membership card. And when the year was over, we said, man, we did a great job. We thought so. The very next year, we went full vacation mode. We went to Florida and hung out on the beach. We stayed where we wanted to stay. We did things that cost more than when we were out west doing all the outdoor adventures. We also ate out more than we used to. And when we got done with the year, we were like, man, that was pretty good too. And when we put the numbers together, guess what? Being frugal versus being on vacation was only about a $2,000 difference. And it might surprise you to find out that being frugal costs more than being on vacation. So instead of giving you a breakdown of each year, I'm gonna do a 24-month average so we can get a good representation of how much it actually costs. Because we found no matter how we live, being frugal versus being on vacation, our costs come out to almost the same. That's because that's the kind of lifestyle and experience we're looking to have. So I'm gonna give you all the numbers in each category, and we're gonna break it down by what it costs us per month and per day on average. And then we'll have a little discussion in each category about the things we could have done better and the things that there's no way we're gonna be able to change because that's the way we like to travel. First up, let's talk about all the costs you have no matter how you choose to live. If you were in a sticks and bricks or traveling full-time with an RV, you're gonna have these same costs no matter what. RV payments. That's right, this guy right here is not free. We bought used and put down enough money to make sure we were not upside down should we ever need to get rid of it, but it cost us $498 a month to have this RV. Truck payment. Well, this one is actually free. So when we decided to go full-time, we traded two of our vehicles for this guy right here, and we're actually very happy we did that because we have no payment on this truck. Hey Phil, what are you up to? Cell phones. We spend $225.99 each month on cell phones. No, Phil, your chair's doing fine. Health insurance. Now, this is our biggest monthly expense, and it's one of those things that you can't control. You need it, so you have to have it. It costs us $704.65 a month for health insurance. Now, that seems high, but my old job, I worked for 15 years at an oil company, and I paid more than that in just my portion of the health insurance. But it's one of those things that you need. Internet. We live in a very connected world, and just because we live full-time on the road in an RV doesn't mean we're actually on vacation all the time. We're just living in a house that moves. We spend $149.99 a month on internet. truck and RV insurance. That's right, we carry full coverage on the truck, and we have a special full-time use policy on the RV. And this is one of those expenses that seems to be going up every single month. Our last month we paid $274.45, and it only seems to be increasing every time we renew. But it's something you have to have if you're going to travel full-time on the road. Last up, since we are a family of 5 and I have kids, plus me and Alicia like to binge watch things, we have several streaming subscriptions, including Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, and that costs us $46.96 a month. So those are the monthly costs that we have every single month. Whether you live in an RV or in a house, these things aren't really going to change. You might have a few more if you live in a house, but overall you're going to spend kind of the same amount of money on the same amount of things as we do. Now, for the last 2 years, our grand total comes to, sorry, I'm gonna have to read, it's a big number, $45,600.96. And that equates to $1,904 a month and $62.46 a day. So these costs right here are things you're gonna have no matter what. And what's important to note is if you try to budget for them, just know they're gonna continue to increase. Everything on this list has increased on us on the last 18 months. Our health insurance, our truck insurance, our trailer insurance, our cell phone plans, our internet plans, and our streaming services all have gone up since day one. Our trailer insurance has doubled in the last 18 months. So it's one of those things that you try to budget for, but it's almost impossible to do because you know it's going to keep increasing. Those are our monthly costs that we have every month no matter what. Now let's get into the costs associated with living full-time on the road in an RV. So we're going to go over all the costs associated with full-time life on the road, and we're going to do them in order from most expensive to least expensive. And first up is maintenance. That's right, you would think living full-time on the road, adventures and travel would be the most expensive. Nope, maintaining that RV and that truck was our biggest expense, and it came out to, for the last 2 years, $24,293.14. That comes out to $1,012.21 a month and $33.27 a day. So you're probably wondering, wow, that's a lot of maintenance, and it actually is. And there's a little bit about this category that I messed up on. So whenever I started keeping track of everything, anything associated with this camper, from maintenance to repairs to upgrades, I put in that category. So there's a lot of things in this number that aren't a real true definition of a budget. Now yes, the cost did happen, so that's why we recorded it, but it's not a true indication of what it costs us a month to maintain this equipment while living full-time on the road. We had several one-time repairs that cost us a significant amount, including the roof. So the roof up there, that was $8,200 that we didn't plan on spending. Now yes, we budgeted for maintenance, but we didn't budget really for big time repairs. We actually had to upgrade our pin box because our pin box was causing issues with our truck bed. It wasn't a repair and it wasn't maintenance, but it was an upgrade to avoid a repair, and that cost us $1,500. We had the issue where the bottom of the RV fell off in the middle of the desert in Utah. That actually wasn't very expensive, but it was a one-time repair that we had to make. And there's several other one-time repairs we had to make. Although it's not a good way to budget, it still costs us that money. So just know that if you're gonna live full-time on the road, your biggest expense is likely gonna be taking care of your house and your truck. I like to get into all the details about repairs, maintenance, and upgrades, but I feel like that category deserves its own video. So stay tuned, because in our next video, I'm gonna go over everything we spent to maintain, repair, and upgrade both of these things right here, and break down the cost of each. Our second biggest expense every single year is RV parks. And over the last 24 months, we spent $23,894.50 on RV parks. That comes out to $995.60 a month for a grand total of $32.73 a day. Now that may seem really expensive, but if you can get around $30 a day for the whole year, you're doing pretty good. Now we know there's ways to save money by staying longer at places and getting the monthly rate, and we do that from time to time, but for the most part, we like to move and we like to travel, and that's why that costs us more, because you don't get a very good rate when you stay less than 2 weeks. We do often get the 1 week discount, but that usually involves just one night free. You get your best price break when you stay a month. Even when they include the electricity as a separate charge, usually it's cheaper than paying for 2 weeks. So our most expensive night was $125 a night, and that was when we stayed at Beverly Beach on the Atlantic Ocean. And that was a good stay, but it wasn't worth $125. And our cheapest night was actually a passing through night in the middle of Arizona near Tombstone. We paid $13 a night, and it was a great place. So that being said, we could save some money if we chose to stay longer, but the way we like to travel and the way we like to move, we incur more cost in our RV parks because we don't like to stay places very long. In the beginning, we stayed everywhere a month, and we found that after about 2 weeks, we got kind of bored and complacent, and we stopped adventuring and we stopped enjoying the place. So we sped up and started moving every 2 weeks. We found that every 2 weeks is pretty good, and we started going just a little bit faster, and now we've settled on about every 10 to 14 days we move campgrounds. That's just enough time for us to enjoy the places we're at, check out all the adventures, and enjoy the parks before it's time to move on to the next adventure. Groceries. Groceries are our third biggest expense when it comes to living full-time on the road. But it's not just a full-time on the road thing, it's an everybody thing. Everyone is feeling the expense of groceries lately. So in the last 2 years, we have spent $17,652.13 on groceries. That comes out to $735.50 a month for a total of $24.18 a day. Now, groceries are one of those things that we like to do in order to save money and avoid eating out as much as possible so we can do more adventures. Now, we do occasionally eat out some, and you will see that later, but groceries are one of those things just like diesel. If the cost of them goes up, we're still gonna buy them because we need to eat food. It's just one of those things that's hard to budget for because the price of groceries keeps going up everywhere. We have cut back on some things, but for the most part, we're gonna continue to buy them because we want to prepare our own food. Diesel. Diesel is one of those expenses you can't do nothing about because you need it to drive your truck and to move your house. But we spent a total of $17,086.66 on diesel. That comes out to $711.94 a month and $23.40 a day. Now, diesel is one of those things you can't do nothing about it. Now, if we were a fixed income or a retiree, diesel might affect the way we travel, but since we've planned to travel full-time and move often, yes, it might slow us down a little bit, but we're gonna continue to live the way we wanna live because we made it a priority to be able to travel. Now, our most expensive diesel we've ever paid for was $5.49 a gallon, and that was in Montana. That was in 2021. Our least expensive diesel was the first day that we started full-time living, and that was the state of Texas. I paid $1.69 for a gallon of diesel in the state of Texas in 2021, January. So that being said, diesel's expensive, but it's not gonna stop us from living the life we wanna live. It's just a cost that we have to incur in order to continue to enjoy the full-time life. Welcome to the hospital. Doctor visits. Doctor visits came in at 5th on our list of the cost we incur while living full-time on the road for the last 2 years. Now, we spent $13,009.60 on doctor visits. That came out to $542.06 a month for a total of $17.82 a day. Now, doctor visits, it's kind of like our maintenance and repair in the buddy category. There's an asterisk because there was a lot of one-time expenses that aren't normal to our budget. So our first year, all we had was pediatrician checkups, optometry checkups, dental checkups, wellness exams, the normal preventive stuff. Our second year, we decided to ruin that budget and throw a bunch of one-time expenses at it. So we decided to have a baby. And unfortunately, our insurance did not help out hardly at all on that, so we had to incur that total cost cash money. And then when we got done having a baby, Alicia fell down and broke not one, but both bones in her ankle, and we had to have surgery to have it repaired. Insurance did help out some with that, but overall, it still cost us some money. Overall, out of that $13,000 we spent on doctor visits, $10,000 of it is one-time occurrences that wouldn't normally happen for our budget. But we did incur them, and it's something to think about. There's gonna be accidents and things out of your control that are gonna cost you more than you can budget for. But just know, whatever you budget for things like this, it could get thrown way out of budget if there was an accident. You see that logo right there? Paving new paths? Well, that's actually an expense category for us because this is our business, this is the way we generate our income, so we incur some costs from it. So everything related to Paving New Paths and this channel costs us $9,524.06. That comes out to $396.83 a month for a total of $13.04 a day. Now you're probably wondering, what kind of expenses do you incur to make these videos? We had to buy a new computer. We had to buy software to edit the videos. We had to buy cameras, camera equipment, camera accessories. You name it, we had to buy it. There's also a lot of subscription costs associated with making these videos. So you have to pay for music on your videos. You have to pay for help making your thumbnails. You have to pay for your website. You have to pay for your email gathering, as well as so many other things that cost to make YouTube videos. We also incurred a huge cost by developing merch because we had to pay for the designs for all the shirts. We also did a trial run with our merch, which involved us buying all the inventory and carrying it with us as a test run to see if selling merch would benefit our channel, and it did. Setting up our website and our merch store was a small cost, but in the long run it's benefited us greatly. It's helped us grow the channel and helped us continue to bring you this type of content. So just like you may have some business expense at home, we have some business expense when providing these videos to you guys out there. Adventures. You would think because we live full-time on the road and we're always adventuring that this cost would be much bigger. It's actually not one of the biggest expenses we have. Over the last 2 years, we've spent $6,696.15 on adventures. That comes out to $279 a month for a total of $9.17 a day. Now, we love our adventures, and we actually like to do a lot of adventures that are free. We like to go visit all the national parks. We simply buy the America the Beautiful Pass, and that is only $80, and it gets us access to all the national parks. Well, on visit 3, you've already paid for it. Our first year, we saw 56 national parks, and we only paid $80 to get in. Now, we do spend some money while in the parks at the visitor center and doing the junior ranger programs, but overall, we try to do activities that are low cost. Now, that being said, we have done some amazing adventures that have cost us some money. The most expensive adventure was when we decided to ride in a NASCAR. That was $300 just for the ride, plus all the money we spent on the tour and everything else associated with visiting Daytona International Speedway. So overall, that was a probably $500 a day on adventures. Our least amount of money on an adventure is free. Well, free as it can be. There is a small cost in diesel to go exploring, but overall, we have done many adventures that just cost us time and a little bit of diesel to get there. Eating out. Who doesn't like eating out? I know my girls love Chick-fil-A, but it's not always just fast food. It's eating out at restaurants that are about the area we're in. And we do enjoy eating out. So over the last 2 years, we've spent a total of $5,210.95 eating out. That comes out to $217.12 a month, or $7.13 a day. But we also like to prepare our own food. Now, the difference is when we were out west and we cooked all of our food, we spent more on groceries and less on eating out. When we went to Florida, we ate out 2 to 3 times a week. And what we found was the money between eating out and groceries just changed categories. So if we ate out more, we spent less on groceries, and vice versa. Whenever we ate at home more, we spent less on eating out. Nevertheless, we like to do both, but eating out is one of those expenses that's gonna cost more than just buying your own food. Personal items. So this is anything from new clothes, haircuts, shoes, toys for the kids, anything we buy for ourselves. So the last 2 years, we've spent a total of $4,239.82. That comes out to $176.65 a month for a total of $5.80 a day. And that's just on personal items for ourselves. Come here, buddy. Hey, buddy. Our next category is Buddy. That's because Buddy is a cost. Buddy is a cost we have to incur. So Buddy has cost us over the last 2 years $3,031.69. That comes out to $126.32 a month for a total of $4.15 a day. Buddy also has a asterisk next to his name because there were some one-time expenses. He is normally pretty affordable to take care of. We go to the vet once a year, get all of his preventive maintenance. We take care of his food and his grooming, but he did have some significant issues while traveling full-time on the road. When we were in Arizona, he had to have emergency surgery on a scar that had come open on his neck and was infected. That cost us about $1,000. And then again in Wyoming, he was being poisoned by us, because we kept feeding him some recalled dog food that we didn't know was recalled, and we had to go to the vet again only to find out that we were the problem, not Buddy. So that costs us about $500 more. So roughly half of our costs have been one-off expenses that are not normal for the monthly budget for Buddy. But overall, Buddy's been pretty affordable, but it did cost us some money. In the state of Texas, you have to register your trailer and your truck every single year, and that involves a state inspection plus a registration fee. In the last 2 years, we spent $443.93 on registration fees, and that comes out to $221.96 every single year. This is one of those things, can't do nothing about it, but it's the cost of owning the trailer and the truck and being registered in the state of Texas. Propane. Over the last 2 years of full-time living, we've spent a grand total of $1,344.15 on propane. That comes out to $56 a month and $1.84 a day. In the winter months, we go through propane like crazy to make sure that we keep this thing heated properly and don't have any situations. Our most expensive month in the winter was $192 a month for propane. Now, in the summertime, when we only use it for cooking and the water heater occasionally, we might go 3 or 4 months without spending a single dollar on propane. But propane is one of those things, if you're gonna live full-time on the road, you're gonna have to use it from time to time, especially as the temperature drops. Tolls. That's right, tolls. Since we are a big rig, sometimes the tollway is the safest route so that we don't run into any situations while being on the back roads. And it costs quite a bit whenever you pull a triple axle toy hauler through a toll booth. So over the last 2 years, we have spent $760 on tolls. That comes out to $31.66 a month and a total of $1.04 a day. I don't like to pay them, but sometimes paying the toll is cheaper than what might happen if I go down the wrong road with this guy right here. So our grand total for the last 2 years to live and travel full-time in this RV and that truck comes out to $172,788.09. That comes out to $7,199.50 a month. Yearly cost for that comes out to $86,391.85 to live and travel per year for the last 2 years. That sounds like a lot of money, and it may be for some of you guys, and for some of you guys it may not be a lot of money, but for us it's significantly less than the lifestyle we used to have. So when we used to live in a sticks and bricks and had all the things you're supposed to have whenever you have a home and you collect stuff, it was costing us almost $10,000 a month to break even. That wasn't even to have fun, that was just to pay the bills to continue to have all the things that we had. So right now, $7,199.50 a month is fairly inexpensive compared to our old life. But just like all the things I talked about with the asterisks, that's not a real indication of our actual monthly budget. That's because we had so many one-time expenses that were accidents or out of our control. So when you remove all the one-time expenses and the things you can't control, it comes out to $142,788.09 or $5,949.50 a month, $195.60 a day, for a grand total of $71,394.04 a year to live and travel full-time. That is our true cost of full-time living. When we first started this, our initial goal was to have a budget of $5,000 a month. And that worked out for a few months, and overall we've maintained pretty close to that, but on average it's about $6,000 a month to live and travel on the road full-time, and that's as a family of 5. If you're a much smaller family, you could probably do it for less, and if you change your travel plans, you could probably do it for less. Yes, I understand that the other one-time costs did occur and we have to account for them, but when making a budget, I know because I do our budget, every month we average somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 to live and travel full-time on the road, but we also need to have a rainy day fund to help take care of those accidents and those one-time expenses that do occur. Yes, we probably could travel and live for cheaper than this, but this is the lifestyle and the experience we want to have, so we made it a priority to make sure that we have the experience we're looking to have in our full-time journey. That's what works for us. Now you guys, let me know what works for you in the comments down below. Now remember, our next video, I'm gonna dive deep into the maintenance, repair, and upgrade cost of this RV right behind me. Don't forget to check the link in the description below so you can get yourself entered to win your very own Lectric XP 3.0 e-bike. Anyway, we loved hanging out with you, we enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.